So I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's some damage to this car. Yes, this is the doctor's car that had some damage the day after he picked it up from me when I first wrapped this on the front bumper, or maybe it was the rear, but a couple days later we had to rewrap the front bumper as well. But let me show you what happened, and it's not his fault. Well, I guess some of it is, but not this. This right here is a dent. This right here is a dent right here, and there's one down there. His gardener backed into his car, hitting here and here and down there and causing some damage. Sentry cam was not turned on in his driveway, so he did not capture this. And at the time he didn't have cameras at his house. Now he does. So he can't really prove that that was them. So he brought it back here. And we're going to fix this, but also rewrap the entire car. So the way I'm going to fix this is not the traditional way. Normally you would take that to a body shop, get it all fixed, painted and everything. And you know, that's one option he can do. Well, he kind of went on vacation, dropped the car off to me, and said, could you fix it? I don't really care about the paint. I'll fix it later. I'll fix the paint later. I just want the wrap to look really good. And so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the same thing to my car. Remember, I backed my car into a tree when I was going off-road.
When Brian was turning around, I didn't notice, but he had slid on the mud into a tree and damaged the tailgate. Oh, off-roading battle scar number 1.
Yep. But you know what? According to Tesla, that's in spec, isn't it?
That is as delivered.
A couple years ago in my Model Y, I slid in some clay, and you know, I've always wanted to fix that, and I think I've got a plan for this. I bought a kit for Bondo, and most cars have Bondo on it. You might be thinking, well, we're going to Bondo a $150,000 car. Well, guess what? Rolls Royces have Bondo on them too. He took that to a paintless dent guy and got the dent mostly out, and it was so creased that it's going to require some Bondo in there. So I'm going to sand that down today, fill it with Bondo, and only needs a little bit of Bondo, smooth it out, and then when we wrap over it, you'll never know.
Oh my God, this looks phenomenal. You know, and like if you stare at it, you can tell. But
yeah,
the only one is that one.
Yeah,
right?
but it's way better.
You can't even tell.
No,
well, so I just came back from Morocco.
Nice. We talked about the chrome or the carbon fiber mirror caps.
Yes.
But I found these as well. So they just stick on.
That's awesome.
So it matches that right there.
That's awesome.
Which is really cool. They just stick right on, but they're real carbon fiber.
So I'm going to promise you that this is the last time.
Whatever I do to the car, if he wants to get it repainted, they're going to have to remove what I did anyway to do it properly for paint. So I'm just going to get it smooth enough for vinyl to get over it, and he's going to keep it vinyl wrapped for the life of his car. So he's not worried about it, and I'm not worried about it either. I'm going to do the same thing to my car, in the back of mine. I think it's going to be a good training car, because I'm going to learn on his to make mine better. I think it's going to work out really good. I got a kit. It's a 3M kit. It's high quality stuff. And first thing is, I'm going to remove the wrap on that door area, and then we're going to sand down to bare metal. Yeah, we're going to sand this Plaid Model S down to bare metal. And really just those 3 spots. I'm not going to do the whole car, not going to do the whole door or anything. And then we're going to fill in a spot, maybe that big of Bondo, smooth that out, and wrap it. Not the typical wrap video or not the typical Tesla video. I don't think there's any Tesla video like this out there. But you know what? Why don't you hit the like button and maybe subscribe if you think this is kind of ballsy, and or if you think it's stupid. But I'm going to show you what it looks like at the end. I'm not going to show you the wrapping of the car because a lot of people don't like all the wraps, but I'm going to show you new stuff, cool stuff, and then show you what it looks like when I'm all done with the wrap. And I think it's going to look really good. We're doing the same color, just instead of matte gray, we're going to do satin gray for the whole car. I'm excited, but also nervous at the same time, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to unwrap the vinyl and get some sandpaper out. I'm not a paint and body guy, so don't do what I do. Just enjoy watching what I do, I guess, to other people's cars. So that was 80 grit paper. I just sanded, I stayed away from this body line here, but I just sanded the paint off, and you can see the darker stuff is the primer. So that is bare aluminum, because this whole car is aluminum. And I scuffed up the paint underneath here so it can grab to, or the Bondo can grab there. I'm gonna pull this in the garage so it can cool off because it's way too hot right now. This is the same situation here. It's pretty far in there. This one is fairly shallow, and I decided not to do anything with this one. This is just a little scratch. You won't actually see that in the vinyl at all. And the reason I left the vinyl on here, so when I pull all the vinyl off, all the dust comes off with it, hopefully. And then I will wash the car once this is all done. But it came out pretty good so far. So I pulled the car in the garage here so it can cool off because of the air conditioner. And check out this floor. How do you like this floor? So if you haven't seen this video about the floor and the air conditioner, I just finished it yesterday, so I'm still cleaning stuff up. But check out up there, and you can check out the floor. The plaid floor looks awesome. This is the complete dent repair kit. It comes with Bondo and the hardener, plus primer, a tack cloth, a little squeegee to spread things out, a bunch of different grits of sandpaper for hand sanding, and then it also comes with a glazing spot putty. This is going to be for probably that little scratch on the fender. I'll probably use this to touch that up. Probably could use it for the major sections, but maybe we'll try this after we do a coat of this. Only takes about 20 minutes to harden, so you can start sanding it in 20 minutes. But we're gonna have to do a couple coats on this to get this looking really good. So this stuff sets up fast. I may have added a little too much hardener to it, but I've got everything on here. Right here, I'll probably be able to scrape this off with a plastic scraper and then just be able to sand that smooth. Here, I messed with it too much. I should have left it alone. That's a little thicker, and probably gonna have to do a little bit more work to that one. This looks really good. Again, the damage is just right here, so I'll have to fill in. Now, I'm full aware most people aren't gonna do this to their own car. A lot of people like to know what the options are. Some people may not have good insurance, or they're just in a bind. They know the body shop's gonna touch this anyway, like this guy. So why not get it the way it wants to be now, and then later on down the road, he'll get it painted. But right now, with everything being short ordered, or parts being very difficult to get, and I should know, our Plaid's in the shop and it's taken a long time to get some parts. He just wants to drive this thing and not have it sit in a body shop for months while they're waiting for doors or something like that, and not have to deal with the insurance. So as you can see from the dust, I probably shouldn't have done this in the garage, but I sanded it down. I used the palm sander, sanded it nice and smooth, and then with the little pinholes and imperfections, I put another thin layer over top of that. We'll let that set up for 20 minutes. Well, I'll start with the 180 grit, and then we'll wet sand it to 320 outside. I'll vacuum, I'll sweep up everything, get this nice and clean in here, and then I'm already gonna start cutting up the vinyl for his car. But everything is sanded smooth, looks really good. I'm not going to paint over this. I was gonna put primer over it and then sand that, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like this, and because it's nice and smooth. I don't want to have to wait for the paint to dry and then possibly the paint peel off as I try to reposition the material. But the wrap turned out really amazing. I'm going to show you that right now. And I'm also going to show you, I'm not a body guy, so in certain lights you do see where there was damage, but it's 1,000 times better than what it was. And I'll show you that right now. So the car is pretty much done. I got to wipe the windows down. I had those down when I wrapped the car so they're not in the way. But the car is fully ceramic coated, fully wrapped. Beautiful looking car right now. You barely see the damage that was on the passenger side. Certain lights you can see it, certain angles, and if I pointed them out to you, you'd see them. Some probably body shop guys are probably see them really easily. But this car looks so good, so much better, I think, in the satin color with the ceramic coating on it. So the ceramic coating actually does make it a little glossier. On the matte version it didn't, but this looks so good. It's super slick. You run your hand on it, it's so smooth. We added carbon fiber mirror caps. These just stick on. These are from Hanshow. Also from Hanshow is carbon fiber covers for the door handles. He doesn't actually know about those. Well, I sent him a picture now, but those are in gloss. I told him about these. They're gloss, but this is a matte finish on the spoiler, but with it being ceramic coated, it looks like a semi satin, I guess, semi-gloss. This looks so good together. He does need new tires, but the car looks so good. I also added the Plaid badge and the Plaid logo here. Did not add the Tesla logo to the back of the car. I like how it's just, everyone knows it's a Tesla, and it also says it right there, so you don't need the Tesla logo, especially in chrome. No one likes chrome anymore, but everything wrapped really nice on this. Again, this is 3M 2080 film in a satin finish. What I did here is I took an executive decision on this. Because of this dent here from hitting something, the satin, like right here, would have accented this. So keeping it black, it kind of hides things a little bit more. And yes, there's bugs in here because I drove to make sure the sensors work. Everything works totally fine. Autopilot works, auto parking works, everything. This with the gloss finish here, I think it looks different from everyone else's, but again, this car is awesome. Super fast. It's a Plaid Model S, of course. I do miss ours.